All right, yeah, I'm ready. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I'm ready. No, sorry, it's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Give you an essence of what what good sound can actually do. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Ronnie, what's that?
Have you picked out a tuxedo yet?
Tuxedo?
Yes, tuxedo. You do remember that you're taking me to the prom, right?
The prom? Oh, yeah, the prom, of course.
Don't tell me you forgot.
Gee, Ronnie, how could you think of such a thing? I'll be there with bells on.
Oh, Archiekins, you're the greatest. I'm going out right now to get the most perfect dress I can find for our night out. Wow. Limo, dinner, dancing. It's going to be a night to remember.
Yeah, a night to remember. More like a nightmare to remember. How am I gonna come up with the money to pay for all this stuff? Oh, great. On top of everything, I've gotta get a new tire for this beat-up old jalopy.
Archie!
Hey, Betty. What's up?
Oh, just daydreaming about how wonderful it's going to be on our prom night.
Our prom night? Oh, yeah, our prom night. Can't wait. So you're really looking forward to it, huh?
It's going to be the most wonderful night of my life. See ya!
Oh man, Archie, you've done it again. I guess I better get busy making some money or else there's no way I'm getting out of this alive.
Pretty much it. Cool. Yeah, can you switch on the lights with anything else last time?
I have two questions basically. The first question is normally when games are designed, people get together and brainstorm their ideas and put all things together. The first question would be people do consider sound as a gameplay element, or just leave it alone, like it's going to be a score, it's going to be a sound effect. Like some games like Max Payne, there are levels where you actually listen to the voice of a particular baby or something and you complete that particular level on it.
Right.
Like the same reflections are not found on every game. Like in sense of, namely like your game Gajni. Like when you're near light bulbs, you can actually like hear the music of flies or something like that. Then the moment you move away from it, you don't listen to it.
Right.
Or these kind of elements tend to miss a lot in games.
Yeah.
So is it because the planning is not there beforehand, or is it like there's no like specs that allow it to do it?
No, sometimes it's both. It's both really. Sometimes it either can be, depending on the technology that you're working on, how much of audio can be created, and plus time of plus your timelines as well. But a lot of times, you would have enough scripting done so that you can actually apply sounds in that sense. You know, you get closer to an object like a generator or something, and it actually, you know, you get the sense of that you're closer to the object while when you move.
So, no, my question is, what messes it up? Like many games messes it up.
Yeah, I mean, it probably it's probably because of the timelines. You know, many times they're very short timelines, so they only take care of the immediate features.
The second question is the sound designer involved in any of the process of level design? Because that is the place where we put the sounds, keep it in track.
Yeah, I mean, we do get mock-ups, you know, in terms of sometimes even in the form of concept art and all that. And we have to sit there and, you know, to get a sense of what the design is like. You know, so and because we have to keep it consistent, you know, with the rest of the game. So obviously, yeah, we do.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Ravi. My question is with regard to your Gajni experience. How different is it for the Bollywood or the music characters and stuff there?
Sorry, what is it?
Gajni
Right,
it
yes.
has some Bollywood implications, right?
Right.
So how difficult is it for, let's say, the Bollywood music director to help us out with the game, sound design within the game part?
Good question. Very good question. See, Bollywood music directors are used to making songs, and it has a certain feel, a certain predictability, which is the reason why we get entertained. We follow like very symmetrical beats and stuff. Now, in order, some of the things that I said, game design in games. Music is not constructed in the same way. Depending on how you're playing, it has to change. In a lot of complex games, that's how you treat music. Now, the other thing is, you start off with low intensity, and as the level progresses, you actually need the music to increase in intensity. So you actually create separate portions, and then you merge them together. Now, you have to know like how you're going to merge them. You have to use the right implementation tools. You need to sit down with the audio programmer and actually, you know, like sit down and actually see whether or not it works or not. For a background score in a film, you can just like get the sense of the story and actually produce it. For a song, you just need an idea, and then if you're skilled, you'll compose it. That's why for Bollywood music directors, you need to understand that you can't always do the same things. Like, you can't always put one little catchy phrase and it'll keep looping, it'll get annoying. So what you actually do is you play it once, then you switch to something. You can actually split portions of each track, and you keep them subtle so that people start paying more attention to how to the game, rather than actually getting carried away with the music. And because the music's whole point is to actually give you a sense of the environment, of the adventure, rather than actually pulling you close and saying, oh, this is a catchy song. Anything else?
Points to consider while designing the audio soundtrack for online games. Here, the online games, audio is very costly.
Sorry, what is it?
Online games.
Yeah, online, yeah.
Can you please explain?
No.
Now, designing the audio online games or soundtracks.
Right.
Can you give us some tips or something? What to be followed?
Well, it depends on on the design of a game. Everything stems from there. What are your art assets like? First, it's there. So you would actually begin with actually making music that would match that. Be consistent with that. Now, with online games, again, you have to, usually you won't have that kind of bandwidth where you can create long loops. You'll have very short loops. So while you're creating an interesting, sequence, you need to kind of have a vague structure to it. So that people eventually move away from it and just start playing the game. So that even though they're tapping their foot, there is no annoyance. So that's one of the few things that you actually have to think about. Now, if your bandwidth permits it, you will have, let's say, a track which is in the menu, and then you switch to a different version of it, which is slightly more static or subtle, and then in certain portions of the game, it's reinforced in the form of like certain points and stuff.
One question. So what makes you happy? Being a sound engineer, creating music, or wearing a
Everything.
Spider-Man costume?
Everything. That's why I'm in games, because I pretty much get
Like,
to
there's a third option also,
Yeah.
wearing the Spider-Man costume.
Oh yeah, if I can do that while I've got the Spider-Man costume, even better.
It's me over here.
Oh, okay.
Like games based on audio.
Right.
Like there are certain games which are in the recent past are like something like audio surf. Those are games based on audio track. They change the designs and those things. Can you share some light on it?
Sorry, I wouldn't know about that yet. I need to check it out myself.
Like you give it an audio track
Right.
based on the frequency the track tends to have ups and downs.
Right.
So that's your track, and finally you get to raise on it or collect some points on it.
As you raise the track. No, I didn't get that. I'm sorry, I just didn't get that.
It's okay. The SingStar game, which is being showcased.
Right. Okay. Alright.
Showcased in your game launch right now. That's Sony. Like how people actually do it. Because like input.
Oh, that's a very. I think it's
From
a
audio becoming an output centric, it's like input centric.
I think that's got very little to do with the composition and design process. It's mostly to do with your developer team, how they look at the composition. So I would be actually the wrong person to actually ask that, because I'm more in the composition phase. I sit with a technical team and actually see whether or not a composition is working or not. So I would be actually creating that song rather than seeing whether I would only see whether their point systems are working. I would just be more of look at it from a very distance, in a distance manner.
Thanks, Navdeep.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Small token of appreciation from NASCOM to you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. So the next session of character development is moved to the main hall. So you could join that. So done. This one is done for today.